I'm going to make the best album the world's ever heard.
Had to jack me a pussy for his new bracelet. Now they all look at me like, how could you make it?
You make music that hit the old heads and the kids.
Yeah.
So you always manage to be
on the fine line. I was here before it started.
Yeah.
But I'm fashionably late.
Yeah.
In terms of like the scene.
Yeah.
So like I first started in 2013. I grew up listening to like K. Cole and all of them kind of guys. One of my first ever, on my first mixtape, Training Day One of my favorite songs on there is Conversation with a Fiend. And that was, I stole the beat from Nines' SBTV warm-up session. Because the
whole mixtape is kind of a gray area when it comes to beats.
Yeah, bro, because that's literally that describes my life.
Yeah.
You know, it was like I was living in a grey area. I didn't really give no fucks, especially not about no music at that time. You know, I was just trying to rap. But a lot of the rappers that I grew up listening to at that stage, just like music shifted. And then it was like when Rimsey, you know about Rimsey?
Yeah.
When Rimsey went to jail. Because I wasn't big when these guys was big. When they went to jail, when Rimsey went to jail, that's when I started dropping and getting a bit big. And then I went to jail.
Yeah.
And then when I came out, that's when it was all like Section Boys and all of that type of era.
Yeah.
And Stormzy was just blowing up. And I predate some of these guys in work rate or in like just being around in the scene. But in terms of like when I actually started to really do this and started to actually think this was viable, I'm late to the party.
Yeah.
You know, I'm late to the party. That was like 2020 for me. So I think that's what, they do say prison keeps you young. You get me? So I think like maybe that's what has managed to keep me like going through these, because it's actually like a generation of music. Like that generation and then the generation that's now like Gen Z. You know, because a man that first started, my mixtape come out 10 years ago this year, Training Day One. Yeah, so a man that first heard Purple Rain when he was like 15, today he's 25. Even if he was 20, he's 30. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like they've grown with me on that journey through and seen me through it. They grew up with me basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now we're here in 2023, they're telling their little brothers or whoever like, yo, no, this is the guy. I know you think that's the guy, but trust me, this is the guy. And you know, you got the work. A man's job is never done. Like you got to keep working, innit? But on my end, so it's like I still got a lot of work to do, but at the same time, I've put in a whole lot of work to get here.
Warm-up session on SBT was the first time I saw you, and then like the guy with the Potter name, the guy with the glasses, and then you started rapping, and then it gives like a shocking effect. Then you dive into the bars. And then the bars make you forget about every other impression you had before you started rapping. And then one thing that I've noticed is that you're a private person, but you're really great at storytelling. Going deep with the storytelling, but you're still a really private person. How do you balance?
You know, with this album that I've been making is like where I was trying to ask myself that question. Is like, how much of yourself can you share? Like a song like Purple Rain, like I said, that I made 10 years ago, that's very honest, very raw, very, very radically truthful about me, my life, my situation, my family. I'm speaking about my mother, my children, so many things. And I was only free to do that, I would say, because at that time I didn't know anyone would ever listen. You know, I didn't know that now, 10 years later, I'll go on TikTok and there'll be like little girls like 17 years old, like they're playing this song. And I'm looking, thinking like, how is that even possible? How is that possible? But that's the power of music. And obviously at the time I was young myself, didn't know about making music, I didn't understand that. But now knowing, you definitely got to be able to monitor like how radically truthful you're going to be, because you have to perform this stuff. You have to stand on this stuff. If you put out a song, you want your song to be the biggest song in the world. If that song becomes the biggest world, you have to perform that all over the world every single day. You have to be comfortable with what you're saying. Otherwise, it's gonna eat away at you over time. So I find that difficult, and but in my album process, I kind of put it on the table, and just said if I'm gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it on my terms. So like my story is mine to tell, type of shit.
But a lot of the older songs is also made in a time where you didn't know that the rap thing was going to be that big, and a lot of the freestyles and tracks is made before you could fathom that this could take you that long.
100%.
And now you're suddenly with your old stuff, and it could suddenly blow up on TikTok.
And even that it just lives forever. That's in 10 years. So there's another 10 to go and another 10 to go. You know, this is gonna live forever. I listened to music that was a lot of the music that I listened to was made 20 years ago, 30 years ago. A lot of the real like rap stuff that I grew up listening to that I still go through now, rather than like trying to just listen to what's popular or whatever. Like I listen to music that I've made a long time ago.
When you went away, your career was really on the rise. There was a big buzz
I would say
in the terms of that time.
In the eyes of maybe like people that have listened to my music. Yeah, so like if you remember the first time you listened to my music, and then you know you delved in, and then you thing with the bars, and then whatever. From then I was a rapper to you.
Yeah,
that guy's my favorite rapper.
Yeah.
But to me, I couldn't have possibly been your favorite rapper, because I didn't believe myself to even be a rapper. I was just rapping for, like, rapping now is what people do to change their lives. Like rapping then was what we just did for fun, or like as expression. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's two different things, man.
How would your career look if you didn't go away at that point?
Let me ask you a different question. I would say, rather than how would my career look if I didn't go away at that point, I would prefer to ask and to realize that how would my bank look if I monetized my music
at that time,
from the minute that I put out a song? How they do today.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So 10 years ago, if I've been selling that song and calculating the streams and listens of that song, one song, for instance, let's say Purple Rain, if I just, for the last 10 years, I think I'll be a multi-millionaire just off of that one song alone. Yeah. Because I own it. So like, and that's the same for like the whole tapes and stuff. So I think like, although going away made me pause for a second in life, stop, look at my table, take that, give me that, and sort out my shit. You know, it's bittersweet at the same time, you know, because man, I missed a bag or two. Yeah, I would say, but that got me here, innit? So I'm here to run it all the way up.
What you talking about? That's happened to a lot of rappers.
That's happened to a lot. Yeah, of course, happened to a lot of rappers.
At the time, no one of us knew, so we gave mixtapes free on that Piff or whatnot, or MySpace or YouTube.
No, but I'm talking about now in the digital era.
Yeah.
It's different, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So think like, when did all these first streaming services first come about? From that point, let's just say. Yeah. You know, because training day one, bro, my hood, my area, my ends know, that I was out there with them CDs, my brother. I was on the roads, in the pubs. Yeah, if you buy something, you're gonna get a free CD. If you buy a CD, you're gonna get a free something. I don't know how we're gonna work it out, but you're gonna take this CD. And there was a time like, I was selling, like, I was on some Nipsey Hussle shit, like selling them for 20, 50, 100, like, depends who you were, innit? If you're my guy, you're a baller, you made a lot of money today. Yeah. You gotta give me a bill, surely. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just, ain't got no money, you can just have it for nothing. Yeah. You know, but I was really out there pushing them CDs, grinding in that era.
I was a mixtape DJ back in the days.
Yeah,
and also at every major show in Oslo, I would stand when you came in selling mixtapes.
Yeah,
and I miss
hard.
those days because in one weekend, you can make the same amount as 1 million streams.
Bro,
just
it's trapping,
hand to
bro.
hand. Yeah,
It's just trapping, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, I'm not glamorizing that lifestyle, but coming from that background or coming from like any sort of background like that, you know, it's very business orientated there, and like that's all this is. Like that's why they say rap games like the crack game.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to quote any rappers wrongly, but I know a lot of rappers throughout history have been making that analogy.
100%. And you, like, how do you move your product? It's really marketing.
How do I outsell the next man on the corner, bro?
Yeah.
He's got this. We both rap. We both got a pack. I think mine's better than his. He thinks mine's better than mine.
But at the same
we
time,
gotta
like
sell it.
when you get into the record company and whatnot, you actually realize that they, like back in the days, they made you feel like you should be honored to be in here. And then at one point you suddenly realize like, I know marketing better than you because I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Or
that's the gift that, you know, like obviously my journey through music and through life itself has, you know, on one day your cup's half full, the other day your cup's half empty type shit, you know what I'm saying? But one thing that I'm always grateful for is my journey, because, you know, without imagine if I put that mixtape out, Training Day thing, and then, you know, at that time I was very heavily in the streets, I was very naive, you know, like I had like how I saw life was I had a very narrow view. You know, you can't see, I've even got a bar that says you can't. When I was little fam, I never knew I was poor. Was on the block, lit 4 ways in a drawer. I'm pound chicken chips, can't want any more. You can't miss it if you've never had or seen it before. So like, you can't miss something that you've never had or seen. Like I didn't know there was anything out there for me until I saw it, you know. And once I see it, I'm gonna go and get it, type shit. But at that time, that's what I mean. I've been through like bum deals. I've been through, you know, like being snaked by friends. I've been like through all this all because of to get to this point though, to be where I am and be able to stand on my brand with integrity. Like, yo, I worked 10 years to be here. I did all that by myself. I own all of that. I don't really need your features. I don't really need nothing from you. If you can bring something to the table and you can make this bigger than what it is, then let's do that. If not, then I'm gonna carry on building what I've started building, like, you know.
For me as a listener, you disappeared at a point where I was like really consuming your music and freestyles, and then you disappeared at a point where it kind of, I don't know where your career would have gone from there on, but it kind of paused it at a high point that was on pause until you got out again. I was like, oh, I'm looking forward. Like the first freestyle, the first first EP, I was like, damn, he's back. I'm looking forward to hearing that. And I was like one of the older guys telling younger people like, oh, you should
listen to
rate this guy. And then you actually delivered, and that could have gone either way as well.
Man. Of course. Thank God. And, you know, like, and that as well, with making it as well, like Training Day 3. Yeah. Because like certain times, like we were going back and forth over like features, like should we get features or beat selection, or like, you know, we need this type of song for radio, or we need this type of, and it was like, no, like, you know, no. Have you heard Training Day 1? Yes. Have you heard Training Day 2? Yes. So Training Day 3 is going to be exactly the same as what they are. It's a trilogy. Yeah. You know, just because the game's changed and like because people can monetize and we can make we could maybe make big money from it or whatever. Like that, I was never gonna change my brand. I was never gonna fuck up my legacy for a cheap success.
Legacy is actually a word that I use when I talk about you, because it's really, I can see that you're building your career with a long vision instead of getting something done quickly or
in and out.
How were you like preparing to get out and taking it back?
Bro, more than the music, it was more to do with like addressing certain things as a human, unlearning a lot of behaviors that I'd managed to like become addicted to. Fast money and, you know, certain lifestyle and dare I say violence and all this type of stuff, whatever, drugs and however you want to put it, bro. It was just so normal to me that like anything other than that seemed weird. So it was just about understanding that no, like that's what's like the fact that it's normal to me, that's what's weird. And then, you know, I began doing some like counseling stuff and training and, you know, trying to strengthen relationships with my family and just doing wholesome stuff, bro. You know, stuff that my life had missed for so long. And after a year or so of that, I knew that I was ready to come home. And then by that point, I had, from fucking around in jail in my first year and a bit, I had received like 190 something extra days added onto my sentence. Yeah. So in the UK, the only way you can get that back is if you basically do 6 months of like clean behavior, then you can apply to the governor of the prison and then they can give you only half of the days back. They can't even give you it all back by law. But you can get maximum half. But either way, you know, if you keep your nose clean, they'll give you some back. And for the last year, I just focused on my training, focused on writing, was speaking to my manager and like my team, like who were at the time, like were just my friends, you know, just people that I had built relationships with and had common interest with in music and in life, and people that just genuinely wanted to see me better myself and do well. And, you know, with the help of them people, the determination of myself, and let me not mention least of all, like the knowledge that I had at that point started earning money from music through streaming independently and seeing the power of that, like it was all a dream before a stream type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like from then it was just, I could focus, I could breathe. I was free to be whoever I needed to be. Yeah. I could have took all the money and just been El Chapo. Yeah. Or I could have gave it all to the fucking puppies. You know what I'm saying? Or I could have invested it in myself, which is what I've done. And invested back into my music and invested back into what I was doing and invested into my life and my people to better myself. And, you know, it went the way it was meant to go, alhamdulillah, thank God. And yeah, man, now we're here in 2023, 10th year anniversary of Training Day 1, and I'm about to drop my debut album, bro, which is like, it's such a full circle moment for me.
And you came out, you dropped Training Day 3, and it felt, or right before that, it felt like you had all the older fans saying, just watch, he's going to do great stuff. And then it felt like there was like a industry opinion about like, forget about this guy.
That's always the opinion, man.
It's the new people that, and then when you dropped it and it did as well, it felt like, as a fan, it felt like I told you so.
Yeah, we
moment.
triumph, bro.
Yeah.
They try, and I hope that it's not just you that feels like that. I hope that everyone that's like, that fucks with my music, that listens to me, I hope that that's how you all genuinely are affected and feel by this, because that is the truth of it, and that is what it means, is that like, yo, when you're having a debate with your guy and your guy's telling you, nah, like, that guy's the best, and you're saying, nah, it's Potter, and they're gonna say like, yeah, but Potter hasn't got gold records, Potter hasn't headlined this, Potter hasn't done that. They're gonna come with all this stuff, yeah, that to me and you, it doesn't matter, bro. To me and you, like, that doesn't matter. But, you know, to, like you said, industry people and, you know, like anyone who really wants to talk that shit, then like it does matter. So without the people supporting me and us having them wins and getting them W's and bringing it home, like really and truly, I have to, once again, like I said in there to Isaac, is like, I have to once again humble myself and just be like, all right, cool.
But also you come from a time where like you blew up out of skills.
Yeah.
But now people can say, oh, this rapper is better than this rapper due to the monthly listeners.
Yeah.
And like that sudden, like view streams, money suddenly became like a what we used to call credibility.
Yeah.
Now like success is the new credibility. So it also feels like it's a win in a time where it feels a bit mixed up.
It's a pointless win. The era where I started rapping in and the era that I grew up in, yeah, and I'm not glorifying it, yeah, whatever, innit? It's all better now, innit? Now you could just do whatever you want. Congratulations. But my thing now is called real rap. Yeah, they say, oh, he's a real rap, whatever. In the beginning, it's called road rap. Yeah, because it's from the roads. Street rap, whatever. They'll call me a street rapper. Potter's the best street rapper, whatever. So you couldn't be a road rapper, street rapper, whatever type, whatever. If that title comes with it before it, if you were not from the roads and about what you're saying in a credible way, like what you're saying, no one wants to listen to you. No one would. You couldn't even get that ear. You couldn't even get that one ear for people to even think and put you in the conversation. Guys be like, oh, he's whack, man. He's lying. You know what I'm saying? He's chatting shit, man. We don't want to hear it, type shit. Yeah. And you know, like a lot of the rappers from my generation that are still here today have overcome the same things that I've overcome to be here today. And every day probably make hard, difficult choices to stay here today. Because we are really about that shit. And we are like, we're in a world and an industry now that is, you know, set up for us to be imitated but not championed. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you want a guy that says all the stuff that I say and and not for me, because I don't look like these guys, but for certain people that look the part, you want a guy that looks like that, rather a guy that he's easier to deal with than a guy that actually is like that. The guy that actually is like that,
uncomfortable.
You can't bank on that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like that. So it's just, that's what my album is about anyway. Real Back in Style. It's about me not having to change or conform as a person, musically, whatever, to be able to reach them heights. Yeah. The charts. And heights, when I say heights is different. It's how you consume as well. You know, it's how people consume. It's like, you know, like you said, some people will think this guy's the best guy because he's got the most streams. Other people will be like, no, this guy's got depth. This guy's got whatever. Other people will be like, no, this guy's got bars. Like, people consume shit differently. You know what I'm saying? And like, the real people know, and the people that need, whether you're breaking down bars or you're breaking down credibility, whatever it's going to be, like, if you've got it all, you've got it all. And if you haven't, you haven't. And over time, that will kind of show.
But at the same time, I also felt that you made the transition into, like, you kept it what it used to be, but still like updated the sound. And a lot of rappers that come back or trying to go from one era to another, they can be dated in their music. But it feels like that's something you overcome.
Yeah. Thank you for that, because like, to me, I just see it as, like I said, it's like my fans, like there could be a guy here that's going to see this or hear this here and they've never heard me before. They're going to go and research it now. Do you know what I'm saying? So like for that person there, they don't know nothing about like my story, my journey, my struggle. So me here complaining, they don't take me in, man, because I'm the real guy or whatever, fucking hell. Say goodnight to the bad guy type shit. Like, that's lost on them. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's just about, I'm excited for people to hear this album. Everything I've done thus far has led me to here, to this album. And this album, hopefully, is my stepping stone to my greatest work ever. You know, because I don't think I'm nowhere near my prime.
People used to say like, oh, he's good at freestyles. Yeah, that's a dope freestyle. That's a dope freestyle. But he can make songs.
That used to hurt me, bro. You know what? I can't lie. I'll be real. That used to make me run circles in my own head trying to. That's the whole point. Is real back in style. Like, I don't want to make a song. Fuck your song. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I got bars.
Yeah.
I ain't no thingy. I ain't no song guy. I never once said I'm some song guy. Like, I never tried to be a song guy. Yeah. I just know that I used to, when I was young, let me start from the beginning. In the playground, in school, yeah, they used to be like, yo, MC Viper, kick that shit. And I used to just start spitting and they'll make a circle around me and they'll be like, yo, da 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 da. And that's where I'll be like, yeah, this is what. I wasn't good at football or nothing like that. Was my thing. Then that went from there to their block in my estate.
Yeah.
So we're all chilling, smoking weed, yo. Viper, spit. They're still Viper these days, still very young. Spit that shit. And I'll come and I'll spit my shit, bro. And it turned from that to the prison yard. You know, many people can testify. Yo, we ain't really got a lot to do here. Like, let's just rap. Paul, yo, rap that shit. And I'm rapping and it's the same thing, like people's reactions, people's thing. We're like, whoa, this guy, he looks like that, but he's saying that stuff. Fucking know. And then they listen and they're like, whoa. Then they get to know me as a person. Then they're like, rah, you know, you're no different from, I don't know why I judged you in the first place type shit. Yeah. But my whole point of this was I've been doubted and been like someone that people don't expect me to say, do or be who I'm going to be my whole life, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But also in an industry where everybody's an expert. Like people say, oh, you have to do the TikTok route, or it got to be, don't do 16 bars, you should do 8 bars in a hook. And there's always like a new truth, how to make it. And then it feels like you're one of the rappers that proves a lot of those theories wrong, because it's like real bars, good rapping is enough.
Yeah, it is enough. And even that is even like in terms of, like, let's say, for instance, a song like one of my biggest songs like that charted, like my highest charting single song is called Gangsta Writers. Yeah. So that's like my highest, that's a song that they would say, a song. Yeah. So if a song is like, all right, cool. How can I say this? A rapper raps. Yeah. Yeah. A singer sings. Yeah.
Yeah.
An artist or an A&R makes a song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to get the singer to sing there and to get the artist to rap there and to do the arrangement and all of that, yeah, that is something that had no, I wouldn't say has no now, as I'm always in a space of growing, but had no concern of me, over me. Like I just came like, play the beat, let me hear the beat. I do my verse. What's the guy saying on the hook? Let me hear it, play it. You know, he's gonna play it. Oh, I like that. I can think, all right, let me try to put some of that in my verse from the hook, and it's manufactured.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not my raw, it's not your rawest express, it's not raw. That's aimed at something. And even that there wasn't aimed at something, but it still was. It's like it's a conscious and a subconscious. Like consciously it was aimed, but subconsciously, no, consciously it wasn't aimed, but subconsciously it was. Like if you listen to Thanks for Waiting as a project, that song there, along with like maybe 1 or 2 other songs, were put on there and were made with the hope that like this might be radio friendly, this might be da-da-da-da-da. Not like this might be the most hardest hitting shit that can come out of my mouth. The most profound shit that I can say, the most grittiest tale I can tell. Like, no, I make music weekly, daily, monthly, however you want to put it. So it's like every day I'm on a backlog. Every day I'm sitting on a backlog.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to, it's my expression. It's how I feel today. So if I release how I feel today in 2 years, I'm not going to feel the same, and it's not going to align with my feelings, my thoughts, my emotions, my nothing. And then it just becomes like I said, it's like, it becomes something that I don't really want to do. Like I don't really want to talk about how I felt 2-3 years ago today. So in terms of like releasing music, I'm trying to just get it out there, bro. I'm trying to do the whole American way of dropping. Do you know what that is?
Just flooding the streets a little
bro,
way.
You just put out the mixtapes. Everyone's got their 2-3 bangers from the mixtapes. At the end of it, you do your tour. Everyone's got their favorite songs from all the mixtapes, and everyone's happy, man. Your fans, are you starving your fans or putting them on a diet, man? Like, they love your music. They love you. Like, they want to hear it. Until they say, fucking no, I'm getting bored of this guy, then maybe tap the brakes.
Yeah.
But get what you can, man.
Yeah,
I was saying
100%.
that's my advice. Music is leverage, like, especially in this digital era.
You came out during COVID.
Yeah.
It also felt like people were at home and having the opportunity to digest your music maybe in a better way if the world wasn't like that when you first came back.
Yeah, bro. Because everything's so fast and everything's so like interchangeable every day. Like everything's getting oversaturated.
Yeah.
Especially in the UK, like fucking hell, man, it's non-stop now. Like you be scrolling for days.
Yeah.
And it's like you won't see the same rapper twice.
Okay, so you're working on that album now, or
no? I finished the album. I finished my album. I finished my album, and now I'm just like I wouldn't say I'm working on my next project, but I would say that I'm working on my next 2 or 3 projects.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like mind mapping and direction and planning and how I really want to, oversaturate myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you do scroll, you do see the same rapper twice, and it's fucking me, mate.
Yeah. How did you go into this upcoming project compared to
this was serious, brother. This has been some heavy shit. I can't lie to you. Yo, this has been some heavy shit.
But just by calling it your debut album.
You say it's an album and you do a documentary after you do a mixtape and you say at the end of the documentary, I'm going to make the best album the world's ever heard.
Yeah. No problem.
And then you lay awake and you let that ring in your head every night, bro.
Yeah.
Before you go sleep, that's what you hear, bro. And when you wake up, when you hear a song, when you play it to someone, when you're just on this journey, bro, and you're living your life, you're trying to, stay free, stay humble, stay alive. It's like it takes your head out of where it's meant to be sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got to delve into this past or this situation, or I got to rethink this, relationship with this person or this situation. And, and as well, it's another thing is like, because the scene is so big, and like I said, when I was first making music, I didn't know anyone was going to hear it. And to be honest, like, I didn't care what people thought of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was at a stage where like, who I wasn't a lot for you to, like, you couldn't really have thought a lot of me. You could have thought I was a hard rapper. Other than that, like, you probably wouldn't have really had a lot to say about me, because if it wasn't nailed to the thing, I would take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if there was a pan to be had, I was trying to have it. So, over time that takes its toll on relationships and stuff. But with this album here, it's reflecting on all of that. Putting myself back in them situations and seeing that, like, in many situations in life, hindsight is a bitch. And if I would have done this differently or that differently or this differently, maybe this or that or this or that. And, it's a constant battle, bro. But I reached the end of it, I would say, like in, like, just like at the end of this year, and then going into like now is why I'm here, bro, doing like the promo and trying to raise awareness and on myself, my profile, bridge the gap, because I feel like I've outgrown that little island that I'm from. And it's time that, I try to, build new bridges, man.
What's your expectation in terms of when the album drops, from how it will do and how it's received?
You see me? It's like, I don't want to give away all my gems here, but true, we're on foreign soil.
Yeah.
So I'm allowed, yeah? But look, the truth of it is, brother, people in 2023, in the industry, in the whatever, yeah, they already know what you're, like, we already know what an album's going to do before it's even come out. By the space that the artist is in, by the work that the artist has put in, by the, the hype around the artist, his campaign, whatever, la, 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 la. And then the sad thing is, you could, like me, I spent, let's say, 2 years making this album since my last project, 2 years. So I spent 2 years. So 2 years of my life, like I said, it's been hard for me, blood, sweat and tears, la, 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 la. So all of that is going to be digested, shared out.
Yep.
And and my value, my worth as a human being, poor little me, is going to be determined in 1 week of sales.
Yeah.
Suck my dick, man. Get the fuck out of here. Do you know who I am? Do you know like what I did to get here? Like I just said, it's my 10th anniversary of my first ever project. And when I go on stage and perform in my country, they don't ask for songs that I made last week. They shout out the song that I'm not performing. The song that I made 10 years ago, that's what they want to hear. So I know that my music will stand the test of time and has stood the test of time. So I would love to have like a number one just so I can say, you know what I'm saying? I got it. I done what you done. Shut up. You can't say nothing to me. I done it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd like it for that. I'd like it for what it represents in terms of where I've come from in life, and then like the positivity that I put out now, where it says that like, yo, if you go from one space to another, then, you know, you might get what you deserve.
Yeah.
Safe. Or what you think you deserve. But in terms of like, you know, do I want to do it? Like, will I be thinking about a certain acclaim, whatever? No, because I know that like the people that are waiting for this album are gonna love it. You're gonna love it, bro. You're gonna listen to it and you're gonna say, fucking hell, this guy. And it's not me just saying because I think I'm the best or anything like that. Yeah, it's because I know, like, I know what I'm saying. I'm very aware of what I'm saying. Like, so I know that when you hear it, you're gonna say, it's gonna take you back to that first SBTV freestyle or that time when you old school on Train Day, because there's so many references about my story, my journey throughout the album that if you've been on it with me, it gets nostalgic. I even said to someone earlier, since I've had it in like its whole form and listened to it, I can't listen to it without crying. I cry. By the time it gets to track 6, no more than track 6 can I hold my tears yet. This morning I was in the gym, I cried at track 5. And it's not because it's sad, it's just because it's powerful, man. And like, it's powerful to me. So like, if it's having that effect on me, then I can only hope that like people feel it just half. You know, not trying to make no one cry and that, but
you're also in a position where, like you saying, like a lot of fans shout for all the tracks. That also kind of means that they want you to stay the same.
Yeah, stay the same. Yeah.
And now you're at a point where this is like the next move, like the next step in the stairs.
Yeah. That's
you're
why,
taking the stairs.
that's why it's real back in style, bro.
Yeah.
That's why the album is what I've always represented, and that is the message that I don't need to make. Like, I don't make pop music, but my music pops.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't make no song aimed at no radio, but you're gonna hear me on the radio. I didn't make no mixtape to chart. I made a mixtape for the streets, for like, as I owed it to like the legacy of where it was. And it changed my life, and the people that fuck with me changed my life and continue to this day, put me in that position, change my life. And then for me to change other people's lives, whether it's through my music or whether it's because you know me personally and, you know, we're doing some business, or I'm giving you a bit of advice, or I'm just inspiring you to just, you know, make a better decision. Who knows? But either way, my life went from negative to positive, and like, that's undeniable.
When you're trying to make music that should hit everyone, you end up hitting nobody because it's so much more power in a niche or something specific, because that's like a closed fist and if you really hit like a niche or a lane or whatever, it's so much easier to go from there to mainstream.
Bro, that's the difference between taking the lift or the stairs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So some man in this game, they come in, they take the lift, bro. They go there. You know the lifts, you know, in them buildings where it's see-through, you can just see.
Yeah.
You can see through it, it's transparent. Yeah, so you got to watch them. You're on the stairs. Yeah. Your back's breaking, your legs are hurting, bro. Yeah. And you're seeing this guy, you're thinking, fucking hell, man, this guy's getting up there so easy.
But you'll meet him on his way
there you
back
go,
down.
Bro. See, when you get up there, bro, he's already been down a very long time. You know what I'm saying? Or he wants to jump off the top.
But that's the blessing of being around for a long time, because you've seen people come and go. So you stop caring about it because you've met people on the way
you
up.
Gotta know you gotta
again.
believe in yourself, bro. Like, there comes a point where it's like, oh yeah, like this was just like, oh, I'm trying to be a rapper. Then there come a point where like, oh, you're wrestling with it, like, oh, I'm not a rapper, I'm a street guy that raps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a whatever. Then comes the money. Now it's the realization, like I would be stupid to still be in the streets or whatever while I can, get the bag over here. So like now all of a sudden, like half your identity is gone, you know what I'm saying? Like you need to find a new validation point. And if you're not comfortable with who you are up until that point, or if you was never that guy in the first place, it's easy to, just get lost, and then that affects your music, and then that affects your life, and you're fucked, innit? You're getting the lift back down, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You've been to different countries. Now you're in Norway to spread. And this is something that I've called like I used to call it the SAS way.
Yeah.
To spread the music. Now it's called the Central Sea way.
Yeah.
To like go to different countries and build.
Yeah.
Why is that important to you?
Why is it important for me to go the Cinch way? I'm joking. It ain't really. No, but obviously, look, when you see something that's a no-brainer, you'd be stupid. Like, if someone's taking you to the water, you better drink. And like, I'm a guy that's saying like, I don't even need you to take me. I just need you to see you go to the water, and then I'm gonna make my own way. So it's just one of them ones. Like, I believe that I've done all I can in England, but it's like England don't appreciate me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, let me just get that. First time I ever said that. For 10 years, you motherfuckers watch me struggle. So England don't appreciate me, bruv. And I believe that, like, it's only with me conquering the rest of the world will then, back home, they try to champion me and my sound and who I am as a person. Because, I don't know why. I don't know why they don't want you. I've got many theories. Like, I've got many theories. The conspiracies go on for days. Off camera, we can delve into it, bro. But, like, I've got many...
Watch the vlog after you watch this interview.
I got many reasons, like, why they won't let me be where I need to be, or why it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
But when you say why they, it's like I'm talking about some, like, you know what I mean, Illuminati or something, like they're thinking, what's going on? But whoever it is, fam, I just feel like me being at the forefront of our scene doesn't align with someone's agenda. Otherwise it would be happening, because like bar for bar, no one's seeing me. In terms of like credibility, like there's only maybe a handful of people that can that can sit at this table with me. In terms of like legacy and work putting in, there's only a handful of people that can say that they've been doing it for as long as me, and at the level that I've been doing it at as well. Never dipping, bro. I would say anyway.
But also,
especially in terms of like freestyles, and because like you said, innit, it's never really been like, I ain't got hits for days. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I got bars for days.
Yeah.
So it just depends what you're here for.
And for the longest, like UK rappers were looking towards America, trying to pop in America.
Yeah.
And then like UK rap became like the biggest thing in Europe.
Yeah.
So it's what I call, or what the industry called the Central Seaway, is just the UK turning around, realize that all of Europe is looking towards, you can go from being America's little brother to the big brother in Europe, and then like all the kids around here look like UK rappers. So it's an easy market to take.
I even see on his manager's thing today, I follow his manager on Snapchat, is my friend, and he put a snap that says they went to some Spotify thing and it says 89% of his listeners are outside of the UK.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, I'm here saying, England, you don't appreciate me, la 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 la, but like, I can only be mad because like of the standpoint that I'm coming from in terms of like credibility and what I brought to the table over years, and like the person that I am today. Yeah. But like for a man like that to like, basically what you're trying to say is that like no one listens to him at home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, bro. But the bottom line of it is, it just goes to show that there's a hell of a market out there to be tapped into. But then it's like, yo, not every market's for everyone to tap into, bro.
Plus,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
would actually guess that the bigger he became outside the UK, the bigger he became back home. Because
You'd like to think so, but that's what I mean. I don't think so. Otherwise, it would be reflected in the stream, surely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, shout out the guy, like, whatever, he smashed his demo. And like you said, there's even like, you know, I'm even here. Like, that's if anything, like in this game, to man, like, that's like a little bro situation, you know what I'm saying? And like, man's here following the little bro's footsteps to get to where man need to go to. So, regardless, like, you got to give him his credit and his dues. But, yeah, bro, I just need to tap into that fucking market, my guy. That's what I'm here for. Do you know what I'm saying? Is to, you know, tap into that 89%.
Do you rate any European rappers? Is there anyone that you look to work with?
But I keep bigging the guy up here, but it's because he's the only guy that I know. But I don't want to like over under co-sign the guy. But like, I think the Yasin guy is hard. I think he's from like Sweden or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to work with Nero, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm even going to France from here. From Oslo, I'm going to Paris. Gonna do some work over there and stuff. It'll be my second time going there. But yeah, I wanted to work with him. Who else? In terms, like, it's not like I want to work with them. Let me not be rude, not in a rude way, but it's like, I'm not in no hurry or catting to work with this guy, but I like his image and I like his thing. Is like Rondo Sosa.
Yeah.
I like him. There's a few Dutch artists as well that are hard at rapping, but I don't really, because they rap like half English, half thing as well.
Yeah, most rappers in Scandinavia also rap in
Like half
native
and half.
language. They rhyme in English, but the bar is in Sweden, Norwegian.
You know, anyone that's hard, bro, the first thing I do, you know, is even since I've been here in Oslo, like, we've been trying to get some studio sessions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care about like we spoke about this earlier. I don't care how much streams the person's got. I don't care whatever, like what their last hit was. I don't care who they're signed to. I don't care who. Yo, I'm here for clout, you know.
Yeah.
I can do my own thing. I come with my own clout.
Yeah.
So I'm here to make music with someone that is sick at making music and someone that's credible. So I want to hear, I'm like, bring the Spotify, play the song, play the beat to my ear. Like, can I rap on this beat first and foremost?
Yeah.
Like, can we, like, do we make similar sounding music?
Yeah.
You know, and then secondly, like, yo, is the guy credible? Is the guy whatever? Then from there, it's like, we can work. I don't care. Like, I'm not up my own arse in that way. You know what I'm saying?
Earlier, when we used to do these Reacts videos, I used to rip the video and download it so the artist reacting couldn't see the views because that clouded their feedback.
Yeah.
But now I play it off but for the longest I did that because I noticed that
didn't
people
want
were
people to
like bragging
prejudge it.
about people based on the number they saw before they saw the video.
For anyone that thinking that's the wrong mentality to have, but obviously you've got to learn to the reasons why, innit? Why is that the wrong mentality to have? It's like, it just says a lot about you, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it just says a lot about you and
but that's the whole
what you're out here for, you know what I'm saying?
But that's the same thing about people rating based on monthly listeners or streams or
exactly.
Like the whole world has become like that.
It's the exact same thing. But then again, but then it's like, yo, like I said earlier, it's like, it just depends who you are and how you consume. Yeah. Because not everyone is like that. Like I just, I'm playing out for sure. I'm defo not like that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm obviously if you show me, if the guy's got all these streams and all this thing, or the producer's got so many hits or whatever, and like I can work with the guy and whatever, obviously that's a bonus. Like, cool. If as long as we can work and like you make good music and whatever, that's a bonus. But like, I'm not gonna just make a song with the guy just because this guy signed to this label and he's had this many streams in this country and whatever. Like, I'm not out here looking for I can't even say what I was gonna say, but basically, you know, I'm not out here looking for the biggest bandwagon to jump on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get into the foundation. Yeah. And then, you know, maybe even there's a guy from Canada that I want to go and work with. And I spoke to someone from Canada about the guy. Speaking to someone, like, just a random person separately. And I was like, yeah, I'm coming there to work with a guy. I'm working with this guy. And they was like, I've never heard of him. And I'm like, but you're from the same city as the guy and you haven't heard of the guy. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's how could, and I'm thinking, when I'm thinking like, how have you not heard him? I'm thinking like, not in terms of like, oh, this guy's small, I'm not gonna work with him. I'm thinking, this guy's amazing, like he's so sick, and like you don't even know him. Fuck that, like I need to come there, work with this guy, and hopefully from there, like you guys will take him in. And then as he grows, I'll grow. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's what I'm going around the world doing, bro. Like I'm not here on some fucking bandwagon thing. Like I'm genuinely out here, bro, grinding. Like I just come from Downs by myself in Dam. Like I'm here with my team today, but like, you know, don't be surprised if you see me in Oslo later by myself walking around. Like I'm out here.
But that's the perfect segue to watch some videos.
Yeah, cool.
Ey, grabbarna är på hugget, de är och skalad. Lagförd, jag har varit över 100 rättegångssalar. 20 någonting skott, hallå points, cup killers backstage. 20 drug dealers, socialt nedbrytande beteende. Sa att det var jag och du, men inte för jag menade. Begår våldshandlingar utan att vara någonting här. Deep in this world, vi är långt in här. Bitch boy, du hade gjort någonting här. Clapbacks från en C6, reser till att passa din mun. Smutsigt dricka är 24 år ung. What goes around comes around, allt kommer runt. Framgång har en melodi. Hoodrich, folk de vill döda mig. Jag sitter i en skottsäker bil. Hanterar vapen och till ett överlevt krig. Framgång har en melodi. Hoodrich, folk de vill döda mig. Jag sitter i en skottsäker bil.
Needs to get me on a remix of this shit. I like the video as well, man.
Jag hittar mig en ride or die. Det är många här som vill ha en del av min paj. Above, aj, aj, aj. Små fiskar ska inte kunna bita en haj. Pussy boy, jag ser i dina ögon, du skraj. Grabbarna, de skickar till mig bilder från Dubai. Jag satte en av plitarna och smugglade in en sky. Om vi kommer då, vi kommer för att skada han till livet. Min kalle får hans kropp, sitter runt i bilen. Vi röker massa brighter så vi dödar tiden. Jag och grabbarna, vi satt på Norrtälje med mobilen. 2 dagar kvar, sände adios, hemgång. Går du inte låst på min nuckfest? Om ville brorsan utanför lokalen med en kalle. Han började likna Carlos, han tannar mig i tarring. Kom skakade för grabben. Lägg din gött där, brukar lägga tabben. Druckit hennes i en hel dag. Måste ta det lugnt, jag har fortfarande min del kvar. Framgång har en melodi. Hoodrich, folk de vill döda mig. Jag sitter i en skottsäker bil. Hanterar vapen och till ett överlevt krig. Framgång har en melodi. Hoodrich, folk de vill döda mig. Jag sitter i en skottsäker bil. Hanterar vapen och till ett överlevt krig. Aj, aj, aj. Hittar mig en ride or die. Och en del av min paj. Abba, aj, 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 aj.
He's hard, man. Oh, Yasin, boy. It was all very good, man, to be honest. I liked the hook. I liked his verses. Video was cold. I fuck with Yasin anyway. I knew I was going to fuck with that anyway, but I liked it more than I thought I was going to. Definitely. Sheriff from Karpe. So I bet, but his first name's like Sheriff. Alright, cool. Let's go. Let's get into this one. And what's the song? Tåmy Tåmy. Tåmy Tåmy. What, that Tommy gun?
No. It's a reference you won't understand.
Help me understand it before I watch that. Fuck that.
Guy that used to sell tires, that's really known for selling tires
in Norway.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like a character.
Yeah, like the Michelin Man. In England, we got the Michelin Man. He's a guy.
No, he's an actual guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah, no, Tåmy Tåmy, yeah?
Yeah, and he's like, he used to be a hustler, and he's also...
So there's a hustling tires, though. Fucking no, you not got a market for tires like that, yeah? Shit, boy. Yeah, tire distribution.
Hoe dan langer dit lood? Some of the suicide doors. No for love and die shit of wine die my course store. Bro, ik geloof nu niet dat de liefde som ik al hem al het bo. Maar het rood, maar het rood. Maar het rood, maar het rood. Ja, ik kan het komen met wie uit die bagger daar die flow shiny for show. So fast and furious, look my Vin Diesel och Britan fortell mig vad sker. Ja, det skiljer oss spänn så skattar jag taten. Money making moves, visas på gaten. Road to success, inte i spåren. Jag pippar my life utan exhibit, ja. Gå, klubben är ledig band. Drar mig baklängs in i fulla kassa. Alla mina vänner kommer få smoke. Ready, set, go. Klubben är ledig band. Gott av barn gick på smällen fan för en ny. Tåmy, oh Tåmy Tåmy. Champis en är skålig, skålig. Oh Tåmy Tåmy. Tåmy Tåmy. Inte la någonsin någonting till dig.
It's funny, man.
knæftet på mig, baby, kalder mig for hits. Nat med mig finish line, men hvis ikke findes. Nat med mig finish line, men jeg ikke findes. Før var jeg boni, når jeg hængst. Oh, Tåmy Tåmy, hey Tåmy Tåmy, Tåmy Tåmy.
The dog even saying Tåmy Tåmy.
Stoppen hal, vinaigrette, yeah, jeg har det givet Michelin. Stoppen hal, vinaigrette, yeah, jeg har det givet Michelin.
He's even saying Michelin, bro. I told you.
Mr. Whole Worldwide, sagde du som jeg dealer. Så meget det dybt med dårde, ingen i tjek. Party next door, my pants are whip. Holy fucking mom.
Now I would say these guys are like pop stars. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys are like these guys are meant to be stars. You know what I'm saying? And like the song and whatever, like yeah. Scully, what's that? What does that mean? Okay. It's giving me like some Bollywood vibes though, like. It's giving me some Bollywood vibes still. And that other guy, he's reminding me of like Quavo times Usher. Yo, Tåmy Tåmy, man. I wouldn't say nothing bad against it, you know. Like it's good music. It's thingy. Like, would it be something that I personally like put on my playlist or play? Like, no. I'm just saying, like, even in terms of like the casting for the video, the choreography in the video, everything was very Bollywood. So maybe like that guy brought his influence to the table.
Som om dagen starter.
Beat's hard.
Som om dagen starter.
That's for sure.
Som om dagen starter. Tanken den strejfer mig tit. Hvem havde vidst at det rækker så vidt? I en by hvor der så mange er manglerne. Alt for profit for der så mange der mangler det. Det trappers, det shooters, det drankerne. Det poser på poser ved anklerne. Man gemmer ikke kroner i bankerne. Der få episoder jeg angrer. Men en hurtig rettelse bror jeg fortryder ikke noget som helst. Kom ind i spillet, lad track on på track on på track. Se hvordan det er gået min ven. Det er så længe siden vi startede. Man har masser af erfarenhed. Ved de vil lave fedt, når jeg tror du de fik mig. Ser det med klarhed, føler min krop, den har brug for
this guy's hard. This video is fucking hard.
Gør det med vilje, Du kan se
one's hard, one's fucking hard.
Til som tårnet i Pisa 100 flasker champs på Ibiza. Vant til at løbe på kanten som Risa. Ikke vant til at svinge mit visa. Man er mere vant til at kaste med en regnbuestak. Ny stak for at sign kontrakt. Prøv at tjene ind, når min bror han er også på vagt. Nye var fra den samme kontakt. På det siden bitte, ned som midte. Nu vi kom step i designerdragt. Man er selv gjort for det arbejde lagt. Har ikke nogen at tage. Det er så længe siden.
He's hard.
Da vi startede, prøv at indhente på fra vi vågner.
What's he saying here? This bit, you know what he's saying? Okay. It's like when he's rapping, I'm engaged fully. Like I don't even need, I know what he's saying. But I don't know what he's saying, but I know. But when that break comes in, it's like, it throws him off a bit. I don't know who that's for.
Ser vi voksne mennesker opvækst skal nogle fucked up tendenser. Man elsker når det er penge vi veksler og bruger for lyd uden samme forældre. Man har set trends, jeg har aldrig fulgt dem. Nu vil de snakke, jeg kan aldrig huske dem. Jeg kan huske dengang da jeg tog bus hjem. Stadig nogle gange bus hjem. Altid på mine ting, ingen der hviler. Har været rundt i parker som Peter. Nu har baby fået baby fever. Men baby, det er ikke noget jeg kan give dig. Bare heldig som Bieber. Book fly lidt land, ikke Riga. Juice som jams for den spark som FIFA. Jeg har fortjent mine striber. Tænd op og flyv på et bat, mens dem der stadig giver liv for stak. Helt anden ting når vi tager fat. Vil ikke høre på dit, vil ikke høre på dat. Kold vand i blod når lortet.
My mama bro, I'm writing down this motherfucker's name bro.
Tro på noget de lover. Asfalt klistrer fast, vil ikke stå her. Det er så længe siden.
Is this him doing that bit as well? I don't like that bit, man. I like this, the rest of it. So you have to like say it from that flow, like. Yeah, I don't like that bit. But the rest of it, he's fucking up. I wrote his name down. I'm even gonna DM that guy.
Jag kommer i karavan, beväpnad i araban, går mot en i man. Bro, I'll kill anyone, baz henne och väninnan. De kallar mig Joken, I done joke. Jag ser mina obs bakom gunsmoke. Winter's coming like I'm Jon Snow. Du snackar krig, den kräver guns ho. Jag åker beväpnad i araba. Vi tar nästa möte i Malaga. Jag röker någon weed från Kanada. Vi tar nästa flyg från Arlanda. Musiken är på det som vanligt, ingen fattar någonting. De snackar om att vi lever det farligt. Jag lovar det värre vad ni ser på film.
Respectfully, that guy's not chatting to Yasin. I don't even want to hear no more. Dum 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 param bam pa. That's not for me. I don't want to be rude on that end, but like, you know, Haval, I'm gonna link you and show you how to make a better one than that. Dum 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 param pam pa. Dum 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 param pam pa. And you know what? From the minute it started, I was thinking, he's like, the winter's coming like Jon Snow. I was thinking, fuck, you know, that's. You need to sort it out. That's a shit bar.
Boom, YS Anthony, CIA7 Amps.
Okay, and they're from this area of Oslo. But are they like all boys or they're just all different guys just linked up? Are they all boys? Okay. They're like a group. Okay.
Min gang en voldelig gjeng på 5. Ser jeg en opplig, niggeren sendt. Han lekte en team, men karen ble skremt. Og enten med oss, eller du med dem? YS gang til dagen jeg dør. Vil du ha beef, bare kom og prøv. I en bil, satt i broski kjør. Han hadde respekt til niggeren blir rød.
Lyser du fortsatt med Juma nå, mad som koksen god. Jeg henter en stack. Shorty jeg slik, men du leker det touch. Nigger over hjemme, jeg smører den back. Der sinnssykt, niggeren blir pimping. Nå shorty over, my baby blir limping. Pluggen varm, I gotta go linking. Fly når jeg ser 12, hvem instinct. De vil ha beef, der jalousi. Men jeg Bandobaby har ikke tid. Anthony, we gotta eat. Smeller tunes av mine on repeat. Men jeg tror jeg trenger terapi. Big bunda, men jeg very weak. Bands snakker på si. Pluggen size, see you next week. Shit kan skje, du kan åka inn kanskje. Han som lander choppes i tre. Kan ikke se bort ifra det. Niggas er usikre. Pappa sa du kan måle med bare litt discipline. Men jeg kunne bli president, men jeg i band og jeg noe interessert. Bow.
Ikke stress, ikke overtenk, kom over det, for det ting som skjer. Broski jeg bak i en bil på vei til noe dum, så for broski jeg ber. Niggeren min vill og han vil ha krig, så fuck my face.
Ams, this one.
Oppvokst med både penger og
I like this guy, man.
Baby, hva skjer?
He's got charisma.
Overtenk, kom over det, for det ting som skjer. Broski jeg bak i en bil på vei til noe.
The other guy was good, but like, he don't stand out like this guy's standing out.
Når du spør om fred. Oppvokst med både penger og våpen en band.
But let's say the last one.
For vi henter kroner daglig, du broke, du har ikke stacks. Kjapp med gøy,
jeg kan
ikke legge act som deg, du dør for næsj. Jeg er ikke sem, det bare facts, jeg røyker på god, du røyker på crack. Jenter ble gas, du så min stack, vi vet om det skjer, no cap. No cap, baby, she gave for the back door, like gutta, vi alltid strap, vi lager kroner, det facts. Samme Jack, ikke lack. Putter det på TV2, det blir shit, it's 2 uker, det glemt. Sorry, ringer med.
I like them, man, I like them. I can't help but like them.
Italiana, hola bambino. Hun ikke wifi, ta det tranquilo. Min chica bonita i Valentin. Min gang YS, produktet best i test. Bitchen har ass og jenta har breast.
They're all just talking about Nyash and Bunda every minute. Free Ams is in Hubsy. Nah, he's in jail, yeah?
Nah,
let him go, man.
I
told you, look, I told you. Before I knew that.
Siyabång, hva skjer? Du snakker jo fransk, parler français.
Linka ny baby girl, enchanté. Satlund av hvor andale.
Turk i Paris, ærlig,
Det er hard, man.
On igjen sam, ærlig.
Har en bra løper, null kan te. Dotten min venter til samtale. Server mat som en kelner, band og for morsene smeller. Når en til lega fra Young Boys har telt dem. Kjører san hadde vondt i det kneet. Sa til hun, kom la meg, baby svelg dem. Har alltid stakkende tender. Smaken landet var big og hente. Jeg er helt tranquil mens jeg tjener. Jeg med en t-shirt av en 2 eller kvelder.
Ikke stress, ikke overtenk, kom over det, for det er ting som skjer. Broski, jeg bak i en bil på vei til noe dumt, så for broski jeg ber. Negeren min er vill, og han vil ha krig, så fucka meg face når de spør om
You know I'm smiling, cause he just dancing, man.
Ikke stress, ikke overtenk, kom over det, for det er ting som skjer. Broski, jeg bak i en bil på vei til noe dumt, så for broski jeg ber. Negeren min er vill, og han vil ha krig, så fucka meg face når de spør om fred. Oppvokst med både penger og våpen, er en Bandobaby, hva skjer?
I like when you can see people having fun with their music. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's in the music or in the video, it's infectious. That's a good video, man, and that's a good guy, man. Free that guy. It was his prison and he just ears shoot up. Prison? Let me manage him. I'm being at that gate when he gets... That video's sick, bruv. You know, like the VFX and stuff, like it's very good. Even Yasin's video, they're looking like a lot better than some English videos, bro.
Baller som I kender, boller som lækker, seng af dem kender, Kan ikke høre på stemmer, lægger mange fælder, vil have vi vælter, Har ikke brug for venner, Jeg har family med mig, Ikke ud af de lænker, Så er vi back to the base, ja, Kan ikke fange mig, finde mig, se mig, standing on a roll. Mac 10 og bønner, stand down, bønner, brænder på. Blå blink, de venner, blænder, skal du run away. Kun see you later, med dig, bitch, I'm on a low. Inderst den jeg ved, det er ikke den rigtige vej at gå. Og lige siden en nigger var lille, har fikset ting en lille ikke må. Alt vi gjorde så, knæk en brick til 1000 små. Det her sker en grund, alt sammen kommer fra broken homes. For flashback som minder, derfor jeg popper ind af. Har en anden bror, så jeg vil life, fast life, der er ikke noget at vinde.
Hey, sorry, before we continue, yeah, this guy's hot. Did you show me that guy on purpose? That guy that was song that was like that fucked up. Did you show me that to make me have a fucked up reaction? Let me not dig this hole any deeper for myself. Whoa. Oh, my mama, bro. This guy's hard. This guy's hard. This guy reminds me of... I'm not saying that he looks like him, but this guy reminds me of We Want Race. You know about We Want Race? Yeah. He giving me We Want Race vibes. But obviously you can see his face, so it's a different setting. Yeah, that's a good song, man. That's a good song. The video was obviously. Let me take Yasin out of it because I already had him in there, in my own one. Yeah. So like what you've showed me, I'm in, bro. So I really Lamin down. I like that song. I like even just the video, man. It was so artistic. They had the cars, but they put all the flowers, and it was so conceptual and artistic. Nowadays, you buy into more than just the music, you know what I'm saying? Like you hear with your ears, but you see with your eyes and whatever. So yeah, man, that guy's hard. And AM and that song as well, I like that, man. That's just like, to me, you know, like from the UK, bro, drill music, bro, and like that type of video, that type of thing, like that's every day, every minute. Like that's like a lifestyle. That's actually on the streets of London. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you'll just see someone getting sturdy in a TikTok outside a chicken shop, brother. So like for me, it's just like all a bit like corny, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can respect that because that's how things are being represented. That's how people will be influenced, you know what I'm saying? It gave me like New York drill vibes. It gave me like a montage of everything. It sounds a bit like UK. It looks a bit like American, but it's Norwegian. That's the selling point, bro. But yeah, man. Them guys, and drill's big in England, man, so fucking hell. Respect my boy, thank you, brother.
Ser vi voksne mennesker opvækst gennem fucked up tendenser. Man elsker, når det penge vi veksler. Bruger for lyd uden som forældre. Man har set trends, jeg har aldrig fulgt dem. Nu vil de snakke, jeg kan aldrig huske dem. Jeg kan huske dengang, da jeg tog bus hjem. Stadig nogle gange bus hjem. Altid på min ting, ingen der hviler. Har været rundt i parker som Peter. Nu har baby fået